Hey guys, what's up? We're going to carry on with our climbing and sliding down the rating ladder series. It was a funny old day yesterday. I made a couple of blunders because I took my eye off the ball. But this is interesting, and it's a way for it should give us all hope when we're playing against stronger opponents, even though maybe our opponents didn't know. So yeah, I literally made 2 one-move blunders. Hanging my queen. Okay, so we've got an Italian. I'm going absolutely no mercy. Absolutely no mercy today. We're starting from 925. Opponent's 895. And this gives us the opportunity to play the Lucchini Gambit. So the Russo declined with pawn d3, which is pretty common actually. Lucchini and bishop out. So the most obvious thoughts are to block with the knight. Then what I'm thinking is maybe shut the door on the bishop. Block with the knight here. What's he got? He can't take there because I take. He can't go there because I take. He throws in a check, he just loses a piece. So this all maybe prepares me to castle, but which I can't do now because obviously the bishop's looking down at g8. If he takes here, I do have d5 now with tempo. That also then unleashes my bishop. These are all just patterns that I see again and again and again because I'm very, very dull and I play a bunch of related openings. So let's think. Another thing about having my pawn here is that the bishop can't go there. So if I kick the bishop, then he's maybe got an en passant. We don't want that. I'm going to go ahead with this. Again, knight can't take on e5 because it's defended. I have given up a pawn at this point. But what have I got in Right, I'm just going to say, what have I got in compensation? I've got 3 pieces developed, as has white, but I have good central pawns. So this is the difference, right? I'm also ready to castle, as is white, theoretically. But my pawns are simply better. Right, these are my pawns in the middle 4 files. And yeah, admittedly I only have 3, but the f file could work to my advantage if I get to castle, put my rook on f8 at some point. These pawns are weak. This pawn is particularly weak, but this is just the blunder. So he's noted that the knight is pinned and can't capture, but the queen can, unless he's laid some elaborate trap for me, which honestly I can't see, so we're going to go for it. I'd imagine knight c3. Okay, he just wants to trade everything off now. Well, he's got 2 pawns. He's got 2 pawns for his knight that he's given up. Now we have our. Oh my lord! Okay, he's created a backwards pawn here immediately. So these are the points. You know, whenever there's like a flurry of gunshots and bodies start falling, it's really important to stop and take stock. See, I'm listening. Stop and take stock. I'd like to play this idea, but that doesn't work because it would hang the queen, and we don't want to do that, do we, boys and girls? Oh no, we don't. So what's changed? Right. I also want to do that at some point. Yes, I know my queen's hanging. We'll get to that. We're going to get to that. Okay, I'm thinking about what what's to happen next. Okay. Now, opponent, particularly after having played c4, is going to want to castle that way. There's no question about that. He's going to want to castle that way, and then hello, I want to make use of this file. So it would be great to have my queen lined up still with there. Again, that's not really possible. My bishop is likely to come here. So I probably don't want to go in the way of that bishop. So I'm also thinking we might just want to be a bit careful about this. You know, should this knight ever move, queen h5 is a threat until I've had a couple of moves free when I can get my king to safety. So I'm thinking queen to f7 for those reasons. Does that make sense? Right, so now I want to take there. Now, if he pushes g4 to save the pawn, then his pawns are just Swiss cheese, quite honestly. Then I'll probably play bishop d7 and just sit tight with the bishop and castle, using the bishop as a shield. Now, the good thing about long castling is that, you know, your king goes from there to there. You can just, even if there's an open d file, which there isn't, because there's a pawn on d3, you can use that as a shield. Okay, so no reason I can see not to take the pawn. No, we take the pawn. Now, let's say even if he pushes this up, right? Actually, he pushes this up, I'm simply attacking it 3 times, and it's only defended once. So that's not even possible. So my next move, well, that was odd. Why would you put your knight there? I'm not going to take it with the bishop and open up the b file. I'm long castling, and that's the end of the matter. That is all. In fact, I have this as well now. Or this, defended by the rook, threatens this rook, threatens then to move. Wherever I move, it comes with a discovered attack on the queen. It's also quite tempting to annoy this knight. Then I might have e4, attacking the pin piece with the pawn. This knight, I don't know what this horse thinks it's doing. I honestly don't. So let's just say what we're thinking. Free pawn, threat of just winning stuff. I like a lot. That pawn can't take because queen hangs. I threaten to win the knight. More free stuff. They're both very, very tempting. If I do this, can he get out? Is there any way to defend his knight? Not really. I'm going to go for this one, I think, somehow. Because I feel like it's related to this corner of the board rather than this. And honestly, I don't really believe his claim that he's counter-attacking in any shape or form. I can always kick at a knight anyway. Okay, well that's not checkmate, is it? Because it's guarded once, twice. I'm just going to take this knight. Takes back with this. I maybe throw my queen or a rook. I'm just threatening to go banging in there. Also, this bishop could then take on here. That loses another piece, Jellyhead. Bishop, doesn't really matter. Keep the knight more central. The bishop can do just as good a job from here as it can from here. At its main job, which is pinning this pawn. Right, you're going to take the bishop back or what? Okay, now. A pawn hangs. A pawn then hangs. My first hunch is this, check. Then he has to move here. Then I come here, but then he's going to put a rook on g1. Same there, check there, here, rook g1. Okay. So maybe, I don't know, something that doesn't work because it actually drops my bishop, and that would be a one-move blunder. I could defend my bishop here. That's not too good. King b8, then bring the knight in. Still got 10 minutes, look. Heaps of time. This is what I don't do very well in the classical over the board games. So I grind my way into a crushing position, and then I go all soft and floppy on my opponent. How about this? Got a feeling that's a good... I think this is a very common attacking idea, but again, look, I give check, he goes to there, I try and double up with the queen, he blocks with the rook, my queen has to move out the way, maybe he trades rooks. So my feeling, I got a feeling that this is the way to start proceedings, and then this, and that's actually checkmate. In it though. So you see what I did? Thought it through. Does it work? Does it buggery? Does that change anything? Does it hell? Nope. Right? He's not in check. And this is the point. It's almost like so often when you're putting an attack together, it seems that holding back on the checks can be really useful until you deliver the final boom headshot. Okay? And that's the case in this kind of attack. Sometimes the attack relies on check, forced move, flush the king out, or whatever. Run out of squares. We had a lovely one in that against the, if you saw my shorts yesterday, it was against the Vienna. It was really cool. Really cool sequence that I missed. So it's kind of, I like attacking, but I'm not that good at it. You know, like I'm not going to say what my thought was there. Wouldn't be appropriate for a family audience. I like it, but I'm not that good at it. Okay. Now, is he realising that he's in doo-doo? I'm going to analyse this because I'm not sure about this move, this bishop g5. I'm certain that knight f6 has to be correct there. But I don't think I've seen it very often. Okay, is he realising that this is mate? And is he realising there's actually not a damn thing he can do about it? He might do something like this. Ah, good lad, well done. Okay, but it's surely it's still mate in 2, yeah? Check, forced, queen there is mate. That's good. So he found the only thing that prolonged it one move. He's in check. He can't move the king, he can't block. We checkmate him on there. Fantastic. Look, and we won. Now, the big question, I know what everyone's thinking. How many blunders did Hunty make? Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch over to Chrome and an analysis board. I'm going to remove the identities of the players because I want to see in an unprejudiced manner. So that was 18 moves, man. That was good. Okay, let's have a look at the review. 89.5. That I like. No mistakes, 1 inaccuracy. Get in, my son. Okay, my inaccuracy was F5, and that doesn't even count because I did it on purpose, innit? Right, let's play through. Lucchini doesn't like the Lucchini. What's better than a Lucchini? Point 2 of a pawn difference. I know, but, you know, I'm a Lucchini boy. This is inaccurate. Okay. Oh. 0.3 of a pawn difference. And then they do this. And then what do you do? Drop the bishop back? That's interesting. That is interesting. You saved the bishop. You've prompted the move c2 to c3, getting in the way of that stupid horse. And you're threatening to win this bishop, so you're going to force his hand. They take. You take. Now here white is slightly better. So let's say it's about 0.3 in white's favour. Okay, on here it's 0.7 in white's favour. Okay, so from an engine's perspective, numbers, bits, data, this sequence actually makes sense. Bishop here. Ignore the attack on the queen. It's very easy to go, oh, my queen's under attack. No question. I have to do something about it. Well, not if you've got a check. And if they play knight c3 here, then you block with a knight. And we've got ourselves a pinned knight. Again, very slightly better. But we are in grandmaster territory there, I think, with these polishing. We really are. Okay, then, anyway, let's just go back a bit. They do this, that's fine. That's a mistake. And d5 is a great move. Cool, cool. And that was just crap because he literally just lost a piece. And we're just in a winning position from here, so no need to sport with your intelligence on that one, but I'm pleased. So what did it rate me? I'll take 2050, man. I will take 2050 all day long. Fantastic. Right, we'll leave it there. Nice little slice of Lucchini for everybody. Thank you for watching. Nice to be back on track. See you all soon.